So you get your tarot deck. We're not using this for divination, we're using this to control reality, and you can see now why 89 is vital, because if every living thing releases time density when it dies to produce its inception, its conception, control of all living things, which of course are in the conscious verse, inanimate things are, which then control the quantum information, which control the quantum perturbations, which control the quantum wave functions, which then produce reality according to the Nobel Prize winners in physics 25. Control over the depth of conscious verse beings gives you total control. Hence, if you're going to build the algorithm to do this, it would need to be the 11th term Fibonacci series, which is 89. So, the tarot cards are incomplete without 11 more tarot cards, which are the Good Shepherd that died for the Sidle, and died for the vampires, who are all aspects of the Sidle. They couldn't be vampires from the source, so they've all been buying garbage up to now, but thanks to the Candace Owens service and the Christ Killed service, their vampire services now work. Well, of course they have to buy the service to turn on their vampire services, but never mind. And if they want to operate in the real world, which is the Matrix, not be disincarnate, bodiless God beings, then they need to rent access to the Matrix. Because all of you vampires who've got the Candace Owens service, aka the Christ Killed service, are real and simply have escaped the Matrix. So, we add the 11 tarot cards of the Good Shepherd who died, so Tim Refat, the Sidle, can have all the good things in life and within the Matrix. And thankfully, Joshi has made me a nice set which I shall play around with when he comes over on my big table. So you on the forum can see me playing around and fiddling with them. Not fiddling with Joshi. He's too ugly. But anyway, to continue, you then, if you've got the access to the Matrix, which is the GovTech rentals, you can then choose 11 tarot cards that you wish to download into the target, who of course is already dead because they're matricized, but you are the cause of their death, because if you're a vampire of me, you're an aspect of me, so you can then share in controlling them totally because you're the aspect of me. Do you get that, cameraman? The cameraman gets it, so anyone can get it. So, one can then choose tarot cards for the 11, and you then choose 11 of the nastiest tarot cards. Tarot card, let's choose some nasty ones. The Death Tarot card.
Presents endings or significant change.
The Hanged Man.
And means letting go or a new.
In my tarot card, that's my victim in the basement being ministered to by Tim Refat. If I fancy it, I'm in a rubber suit and it's going to get a good porking up its anus. So that's the torture toy. So the lightning struck tower.
That will make you instantly scroll.
Tarot card readings, instant scroll. You can literally get demons and demon possession just by watching tarot card readings. I'm 100% serious. They operate almost the identical same way as Ouija boards operate. People say that they talk to angels and they talk to good spirit. No, there's no such things. Angels don't communicate through Ouija boards and through cards. They're on assignment from God. Those are literally demons that people are talking to. It's not the dead, it's not the angel. The Bible also backs that up. The tarot card readers get a fortune, get a prophecy prediction from demons to speak over your life, and when you accept it, you allow it to come to pass. I've heard so many stories, and some of you guys have even commented on my video saying you went to a psychic. They said that your spouse, your husband, your parent, somebody that you love was gonna die, and then it happened. Because these are real curses that people are speaking over you, and they use the good fortunes to rope you in to get the bad ones to come to pass. That is how Satan works.
What is something?
So, there's the lightning struck tower.
Dex. This card.
That's another good one. And of course, remember,
Our tarot card. The Tower Tarot card embodies the concept of destructive creation.
remember Taylor Swift finished her 89 video on the 3rd, which is Binar, the top of the female principle, of the 10th, which is Malkuth, where the lower bride lives. Shekinah above lives in Binar 3, and the lower bride lives in Malkuth 10, and the lower bride rises to the upper bride via vow, the male principle. Not in Taylor's case, anyway. We've got the upper bride lowered into the lower bride by yours truly, and then dumped into Amalek to be torture toy in Amalek's basement. I think he's a misogynist. He's definitely a reptiloid. Anyway, this tarot card destroys civilizations, businesses, countries like the USA. So we've got the 3, the death, hangman, and the lightning struck tower, which link up with the 3 when she ended her 89 minute video. The 3rd of the 10th was when you couldn't see it any longer. So these are the 3 that should be in the 11. You can choose 8 more. There are 8 more nasty tarot cards. I'll leave it up to you. Then what you do is go through the Christ Killed that Candace Owens talks about on her YouTube videos. So obviously it's YouTube friendly because Candace Owens has got 2.2 million views on the one we looked at, and 4.7 million views. She's anti-Semite of last year, so obviously that's YouTube friendly. But you jump through the American Christ that she's talking about, but I'm not talking about because I want to be super YouTube friendly. So you step into the screen when you've got the connection, and you jump through and you grab from the American Christ Killed with your right hand this death force. You then go through the 11 tarot cards you've chosen, grabbing that force with your right hand as well. Remember the bilocation. You've always got to bilocate to appear in a card. So you bilocate, wake up, do it again, and then venture onwards into the, say, the tower card. You've gone from the American Christ Killed, the most perfect man in America, the Christian Zionist Christ, the Islamophobe, and you can, if you want, you can take Candace as well, because she was best friends, so you get the male and the female at the same time. And then into this card, Bardock in, right hand grab, fall asleep, and again, and then you go through your 11 other cards, so your right hand's full of the 11, all energized by the Good Shepherd, and then you go into your target to do the tarot magic on, so that you are the cause of the death of the target, so their entire life is controlled by you, and you suck them dry, so all the good stuff can be taken out of them. This is tarot vampiric magic, so we can choose a target. I know Vinny's crying because this is his favourite man in the world, but I don't like him. There we are. We can choose Bill Gates and we plunge all of this stuff into Bill Gates and release. So, Christ killed. You can go, you can go through the 11 tarot cards with the 11 Christ killed tarot cards to take it out 11 times if you want to be pedantic. Then into the 11 of the tarot cards you've chosen, and then plunge it into Gatesy Boy. So then you've also got the 22, Death Redoubled, and 22 pathways of the Kabbalistic tree, which the yellow used to control the conscious versus to control reality. Isn't this amazing, Vinny?
It is.
So you can see the merger of magic, or occult magic, with psychotronics, psychic warfare, and reality physics, and Omega Point horrendous warfare, God Emperor, quantum warfare, and it's all released into your target. So it might be this one, or this fucktard. He's having a cry. This old baldy can then be targeted. You just pick anyone you like. You can pick on Middleton if you're a misogynist, or if you're a Democrat, you can pick on this fucktard. So, as you can see, the world's your oyster, and everyone's your torture toy, as long as they're not protected by yours truly. So you see, protection's the name of the game. If you're not protected by yours truly, then all of this Elohimic magic, which in fact isn't magic, but we've explained how it works, is your torture toy. So, as we hear, one's protected, one isn't, and it isn't Trump. I guess he was off to Hong Kong. So you can see how all of this new science and technology, which is new because alien filth, Elohimic filth, whatever you want to call it, has been controlling humanity up to now. But yours truly has come along and decided that the only good alien is a God Emperor, tech alien, only allies. So you can see that's how you stick the death force. You don't need to do it for real because they're all matricized, so that's why you have the hiring access from, once you get your Candace Owens American Christ Guild service to become real. You've got to go from Zion, as in the Matrix film, to the Matrix, and you've got to subscribe, because you're never in there forever because you're real. You can't be in there forever, so that's why you pay for a year. And if you no longer want to interact with the Matrix, once you stop paying, you're simply vanished from the world and go into the 5-dimensional Riemann manifold and the real. So don't fear death, because you're going into the light. unlike David Icke and the rest who say you shouldn't go into the light, the only place for you is the light, because that's where reality exists. So I'm quite amazed that David Icke saying don't go into the light with loads of others. There could be a problem there, Vinny. Anyway, you picked your target. My target of choice is my favourite torture toy. This fuckwit.
Someone made it happen. They created an information weapon that was then harnessed by the far left, who could not themselves create the weapon.
Elon Musk just exposed who ordered Charlie Kirk's hit.
I'm not even commenting on that, that's not YouTube friendly. Anyway, that's my favourite torture toy. So, that's the one that produced the Tesla batteries that cover America in cobalt-60 and allow the matrixization, which is explained on the forum. Anyway, so you've done that. And of course we want to get the good stuff now, don't we, Vinny? I know you don't want to get the good stuff, but I do, because I like the good stuff. So, we go to... So, you then get your 12 tarot cards, because you've done, remember, for the Fibonacci series it's 11th turn, but for those who've given away their reality, the Fibonacci series starts with a 0. You might go, no Tim, it's one, no. In a cult ritual, the ones who've given away their free will are one behind in the Fibonacci series, so it starts with a 0 for them, because they've become the fool, they've given away, their reality become a 0. They've given away their free will, the only thing that makes them real. So, for your 12, you can choose cards that you want to produce within yourself from the victim that's suffering eternally and has been killed by you or remotely manipulated for YouTube. So star card's good because light comes from the 5th dimension and stars produce all that lovely light. I put the star card on, but I don't get any star cards yet, anyway.
Is 1. Hope for the future. 2. Thoughts related to positivity and liberation. 3. Feeling of confidence within yourself and your abilities. The star card signifies 1. Hope for...
So, that's a good one for me. Might not be for you. And another one, Pentacles, which is the king of black magic. You know me, I love black magic, so you come raising yourself up and jump over the abyss to avoid being eaten by Corazon the Soul Eater with this one.
Manifestation, communication, resourcefulness, ability, capacity, talent, skill, adroitness. But
so, the Magician card, that's good for all of you people who want to use magic cards. For you incels that want women, you've got 2 types. The Queen of Cups.
The Queen of Cups, a powerful tarot card representing intuitive wisdom and emotional depth. In this video, we'll explore the symbolism and meanings behind this card, focusing on the Queen's nurturing, compassionate nature and her connection to the emotional root.
So if you want the woman of your dreams, that's the card for you. The Queen of Cups was the Queen of Hearts and the Queen of Pentacles was the Queen of Diamonds. So if you're a Lothario, a gold digger, like the Pfizer butt slut, then you want your Taylor Swift, you'd have your Queen of Pentacles card to get the rich bitch that you can milk dry and divorce and take loads
Its
of money.
abundance, practicality, and a deep connection to the earth. She is often depicted as a regal woman, surrounded by nature and material wealth, symbolizing her ability to manifest abundance and security in her life. As a
So, Taylor Swift would be the Queen of Pentacles in the world at the moment. I don't know about the Queen of Hearts. She was taken out by the royal family, wasn't she? Old Diana, Queen of Cups. So, that's the Queen of Pentacles. So, for you incels or Lotharios or gold diggers that want women of a certain type, either the pretty ones or the rich ones, and then you can add whatever you want to it with your 12 cards. How do we do that? Well, we don't walk through the Candace Owen, aka American Christ Kill card. We simply walk, because we've done that already, we walk through the 12 cards, grab it with our left hand, because we want to keep that stuff. And then, of course, we go into, for example, the Queen of Pentacles, the actual Queen of Pentacles. Oh yeah, we have got the Queen of Cups. Yes, we have. I shall show her. So, the Queen of Pentacles, this one, the blob, the monster, but she is rich, so, you know, even though she's an old Karen, that's the one to get this power of, and you, while I get into that, rip into a midsection, rip out with the left hand, and do it twice by okay, falling asleep, do it again, and then out you come with it. And unlike the 11, where you don't want to stick it in yourself, you put the left hand stuff into the right hand and then stick it in the midsection, as I explained. Did you understand that, cameraman?
I did.
If my cameraman understands it, then everyone else understands it. And we have got the new Queen of Cups. We've got Sydney. So you do the same with Sydney if you want to get your hot woman, the woman of your dreams. Stick it into her midsection, rip it out, fall asleep, do it again, and out, stick in your right hand, and then stick in your midsection. And of course, Sydney has got where she births Christ, so you can actually at the same time steal the power of Christ. That turns Lucifer into Satan, and Satan, of course, is then the totality of the Elohim that control reality. So with Sydney, you not only get the Queen of Cups, but you also get the energy that allowed the Elohim to control you and turn Lucifer into Satan, which of course then means that you sequester the entire tarot deck for yourself, with the Elohim consigned to Omega Hell, with Satan as well. And of course, the more you take out from Sydney, the more Lucifer is gone the opposite way to Amalek. And we know that Amalek manifested via Taylor Swift, who died. Remember, the Queen of Cups died in the bath as Ophelia. So the entire life of Taylor Swift was taken over in that timeline where she killed herself and married Pfizer Butler, ending America and the West, and of course the Jewish race. And the mechanism for doing that was Sydney swinging, taking out the second coming, the Candace Owens, aka the American Christ, which you've taken out and killed with the 11, taking out all the good stuff. So that consigns America to civil war, which blowhard windbag. Alex Jones, the fat man, is talking about the Tucker Carlson watch. And of course, the nuclear exchange between Russia and America, which the blowhard, Alex Jones, is talking about with Tucker Carlson, and the death of Israel, which comes about by the Iranians dropping a nuke on Tel Aviv, with Tel Aviv having electric cars. And you don't need many electric cars to go up 60 to turn Israel into hell on earth. So as you can see, we're here already, and this little Queen of Cuppy girl, who would be the Malkuth of the Kabbalistic tree, the 10, not Taylor. Taylor would be the 3 in Binah, so they have to be linked together. And of course, she's going out with Scooter Braun, the Jew who Taylor hates, and Scooter Braun hates Taylor. You can't make this stuff up, can you? So she's definitely good in a multiplicity of ways for you, and of course we then link up with the full tarot card, which is 0, which means there are actually 77 tarot cards, unless of course the fool doesn't jump off the cliff and the dog stops him. Dog of course is linked up with Satan, that when it gets the Neo-Force exterminated and the anti-Neo-Force, the Candace Owens Christ killed for the Muslim, we hate Christians, Sidle doesn't jump off the cliff, and the fool suddenly turns into a 1. So that then abrogates the 89 tarot cards. They turn into 90. 9 times 10, which is of course 9 in the lower Clipothic tree. Lucifer taking over Malkuth, the bride, and the 10 upper Sephiroth to control reality. The return of Lucifer with the Luciferic coming and the total control of the world via Lucifer, the Albert Pike scenario. So the fool has to survive and become the 1. So you see with Sydney Sweeney, we can simply take out the Christness and give it to whoever we want, and then you link up with the Luciferic age, where all reality is controlled by Lucifer, who of course is the eternal slave of Tim Refat, thanks to Taylor Swift, and engagement to the face of that slut. So as you can see, the saviour of Israel, because remember Israel is Elohimic, but of course we can download Israel's death and COVID-60 immolation into the Christian Zionists. The Candace Owen Christ killed by the Israelis, allegedly, by having Sydney Sweeney birthing a baby with yours truly, because of course I control Lucifer, who's turned into Amalek, and Amalek of course always destroys Israel, but of course Sydney Sweeney makes sure that the Lucifer born in the baby is always Amalek, but Amalek is controlled by yours truly, who of course got total control over the totality of the Elohim, Lucifer, Satan, Amalek via Taylor Swift and a perfidy in marrying the face of that slut. So that even though Amalek is released, Amalek is controlled by yours truly. So Sydney Sweeney makes sure that Lucifer is Amalek, but Amalek is controlled by yours truly because Lucifer lost the bet to Tim Reefer, and Amalek is part of the set of Lucifer. Lucifer can be seen as a subset with Satan and the Elohim. So they're all one big set. They're all the same. They're all chaos. But in this case, Amalek doesn't destroy Israel because yours truly, Sidon, controls Amalek, and whatever the Sidon wants to happen, happens. And since Amalek is now the total slave, because it came from Lucifer, because of Taylor Swift, that piece of filth that married the Pfizer Buckslight, showing she's garbage, and won me the bet, then of course Amalek is totally controlled by yours truly. And of course, look, Sydney, who is going around with a Jew boy, the enemy of Taylor, births the new Christ, but the new Christ has been Amalekized and reversed, so it can't help the Elohim, or Satanized Lucifer, which of course would bring in the Elohimic satanic Israel, instead of which we have the Amalekized Israel, where Israel is safe from Amalek simply because the Muslim tells Amalek not to destroy Israel, and the satanic version of Islam, Iran, is destroyed as Israel's scapegoats. So, let's go to, after mindfucking you, let's go to my cameraman's question.
Tim, if you've got the 12 tarot card services for the good stuff and you download it into your bone generator, what would be the great effect of that?
That would be that you've embodied this ritual into yourself 24/7 and made it an aspect of your totality. So you have to be very careful which 12 you're choosing. Unless, of course, you buy more, then you can pick and choose. But for you on low income, you simply choose the 12 you want. So all of the good stuff comes in. Similarly, if you buy 11, you can then simply just look on the screen at your targets, all the billionaires like you're going through, and they'll all be automatically 11. And if you've got 12, they'll all automatically be 12 if you've got 23 of the $50 services.
That's interesting.
Isn't that interesting? All done by your bone generators, all done automatically, without any of the work. So you go through all the world's billionaires and trillionaires, watch our Rockefeller royal family, and if you bought 11, then those 11 are automatically downloaded every time you look at anything on the screen. If you've bought into the Matrix, God, Tech, Emperor connection and device, so every time you look at everything on the screen, it's all 11, and the 12 that you've chosen is automatically uploaded from every single thing you look at on the screen.
Oh, brilliant.
Understand?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
I don't think so. I think it's horrible. I think everyone should make sure that they never ever buy any $50 services, and that Taylor Swift gets married to Pfizer Buckslight ASAP, so that they're all off the table. So if you're the CIA, please get Taylor Swift marrying very, very soon, because this is horrific. But if it doesn't happen very, very soon, then you simply choose the 11 nasty cards, and there are some very unpleasant nasty cards I haven't talked about. And every time you watch a screen, everyone is 11, unless they're protected. And if you get 12, all the 12 stuff comes to you just by watching the screen, as long as you're connected to the God Tech connection and the device.
Well, I'm going for the 23 then.
And 23, of course, is the number for Lucifer, 2 of choc bar and free a bean on. Isn't that good?
Thank you very much, it's brilliant.
I know, so that's what, 23 times 50?
Yes.
Should that be 23, let's call it 22, $1,100 that.
Can you buy one, get one free?
Exactly, so it halves the price.
It's very good, isn't it?
No,
Well,
so they're $25 then.
definitely have one.
So, Taylor Swift, please get married to the Pfizer Butler ASAP because you're cutting into my profit margins. And if you're not connected to the GodTech technology, if you get the Candace Owens, Charlie, whatever, American Christ service, killed for you, then of course all of the 11 and 12 in the conscious verse isn't operating the matrix, is operating on you to build up your 5-dimensional source body and beyond, so that you become more and more of the source and become more and more of a new source, bodiless beings, of course, they can vaporize. So that then, of course, builds your outside the matrix Zion body, where you become a God-tech being with your 11 and 12 just by watching the TV screen. As long as you've got the Candace Owens, aka American Christ Killed service. So you can have your cake and eat it. Isn't that good? And of course, it's $1,000, but you can simply, because I'm feeling very, very, very generous, you can have another $1,000 service with it. So that allows you to, or you can buy more tarot cards, $50 services. So it's all good, but it all ends when she gets married to the Pfizer Butler. Because as I say, all the good times have to end, and once she gets married to Pfizer Butler, America ends, and the West gets hell on it. It gets Candace Owens or Christ killed, American Christ killed. And where are the Christian Zionists? They all live in America. So as you can see, the doorway to the destruction of America has been opened, and it's coming to a place near you if you live in America.